Hello everyone. I'm going to do a video review of the Dreo Pilot Pro tower fan on the right and the Dreo Pilot Max tower fan on the left. I bought both of them for separate rooms. The main difference between the two is that the Pilot Pro on the right will run 24/7. It does not have a permanent timer unless you set a timer, which, you know, if it's running silently, because as it runs it doesn't have any lights, you might forget if it's running slow and silent, and you might leave your home and it'll be running unnecessarily. While the Max on the left has a built-in timer. It will auto shut off no matter what in 12 hours, even if you do not set a timer. Other than that, so the Pilot Pro on the right has speeds 1 through 9, while the Max on the left have speeds 1 through 12. And I used my cell phone and a decibel meter app on the phone, so it's not going to be really accurate. And there's a little bit of background hum from outside noise. But what I find generally is that the Max on the left is about 2 to 3 decibels lower in noise than the right. They're both very quiet fans for the most part. And they don't, even though it's advertised at 25 by the manufacturer, but that's also in a silent lab, I find that they both start around, so the Max starts around 31, 32 decibels at speed 1, while the Pro on the right starts at around 34, 35 decibels. And then you'll have the Pro on the right. It mostly stays silent up until about speed 6. At speed 6, you're looking at decibels of about 43, 44. And then at max speed level 9, you're now at about 46, 47 decibels. While on the Max on the left, that one stays below 45 decibels, so 42, 43, 44 decibels up until about speed 10. And then from speed 10 to max, it will go up higher than the Pro on the right. If you're at max speed 12, it'll go up to about 47 decibels, 48. But I still find that that is lower than other fans out there, box fans, other tower fans. And that's assuming you need to run it at maximum speed. I rarely run it at that speed. I'm usually at about 4, 5, maybe 6. So it's quiet. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each one without speaking, one level at a time, and to verify I am 6 feet away from them. So 72 inches, 6 feet. Okay, so we're going to start with the Pilot Pro on the right. And again, the price port's similar. I think they're about $30 difference, but here we are, level 1. Level 2. Three. 4. 5. 6. This is where it starts getting noisy. I won't say noisy, but audible. 7. 8. Max speed 9. Now there's a slight whirring noise from the motor at the bottom, I don't know if that's just the model I got or if that's typical. And that's only on the Pilot Pro. You'll see in the Max tower on the left, at top speed 12, I don't hear that bit whirring noise in the motor. I don't know if that's the bearings or just the function of the speed of the sound and a small enclosure. Alright, so I am going to set it back to 1. I'm going to turn this one off. I'm doing it by hand because if I use the remote, they both activate at the same time. So let me turn on the Max now. We're at level 1, again 6 feet away. Level 2. Three. 4. 5. 6. 7. Now it's more audible. 8. This is level 9. So the Pilot Pro on the right maxes out here. Level 10. 11. Maximum speed 12. So at this speed you could hear it blowing air, and you could hear the motors, the motor I should say, spinning, but at least to my hearing I don't hear that slight whirring or bearing noise that I did in the Pro. And again, I don't know if that's just my model, my specific unit that I got, or if that's typical or whatever. But here's level 12 on the Max. I'll turn that off. Here is level 9 on the Pro. And I'm going to go back to the Max, and I'm going to bring it back to level 9. Now I can't measure the wind speed to tell you how much CFMs each of them are blowing at specific speed levels, but it's a very focused, direct airflow, and I'm satisfied with it. I rarely use the higher speeds. I'm at 4, 5, or 6 typically, and that is good enough for me. Other things in terms of height, obviously they're the same. The Pro on the right, this is the menu it has. So you can begin having it rotate, timer, mute it. So the fan only has one button. Just trying to focus the camera. You can only increase from 1 to 9 and back to 1 again. You can't lower the speed manually. You have to use the remote. The remote has a plus or minus, while this only has 1, increase the fan. And on the far right is the changing the modes, like sleep mode, automatic, etc. But it's clearly, you could clearly read the labeling. For the Max now, it includes to lower the speed as well as increase the speed. And then to change the modes, to oscillate, power, and timer. That is to set times that you can have 1 hour or more, but by default this will auto turn off in 12 hours, even if you don't have a timer turned on. So it's up to you to decide whether or not that's a feature that would annoy you or that you prefer. Because again, if it's running silently, this one, you're not going to see a light on it, and you're going to forget that this thing's still on before you leave your home. While this one, I mean, it might be 12 hours later, but it will shut off. Beyond that, in terms of handling, for the Macs, you can put the remote here, and this also serves as kind of the handle. There's no like real built-in handle, but you can put one on here and one on here, on the curve or whatever. While the Pro, it serves as a handle, but also as like a cubby hole, and you could store the remote there. Besides that, the bases are different. So I do like the Mac's base better. Bear with me for a moment. I gotta flip them on their sides. Or I'll just lift it. So with the Macs, it has a red screw, I think is more stable. It holds the tower units. Everything's molded plastic, but at least you have a large red screw-in base, which I think if it tips a little bit, it's less prone to maybe breaking, versus on the Pro. The Pro has just little clips. I don't know if you could see it well, but there's clips that go into a track of on the pedestal, the base, and then you rotate it a little bit and they lock in place, and that's all plastic as well. But again, they're smaller clips, so you know, as long as you're lifting this straight and like, it's not flimsy. To be clear, it's not flimsy at all. But I'm just thinking personally, I have more confidence in a whole red, you know, that red turning screw for surface area to stabilize and hold this thing onto the pedestal, versus, you know, 2 clips on one side, 2 clips on another, and then you rotate it from 12 and 6 o'clock to, you know, 3 and 9 o'clock to lock in place. But other than that, they're both sturdy fans. But again, both the same height. So I hope that helps. All right, goodbye.
So I just got this new Dreo fan. This thing works really well. Like, I'm surprised at how well this fan works. It has 9 speeds, and this remote right here can control everything. So right now I have it at speed 9. I push that, go down, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then go back to 9. So that works well. I'm not sure what that does yet. Like I said, I just put it together like 2 minutes ago, and I wanted to do a quick video. So so that's the quiet mode. You can make it quiet, or quieter than normal. But like, my fan's making noise, so I'm keeping on that. It's kind of hard to see. And this fan feels really good right now. Like, it's about to be spring here, and I'm gonna enjoy this. And I can rotate it with this button. And it comes back around. I'm gonna stop it again. Hold on. There we go. And you can set a timer. See, I pressed the timer button. You can set a timer for a certain amount of hours. And I assume it will turn off on that when that ends. But I don't want a timer on it right now. I'm gonna put 0. and once again, press it off. So it also has buttons at the top that you can press, and once you press the buttons at the top, it also does the same thing just in case you lose your remote. No batteries are required when you get this remote when it comes with the Dreo fan, so you can do whatever you want. You don't have to buy any batteries, so that's always nice, save money on batteries. Overall, I would have to give this fan a 10 out of 10. I highly recommend buying this.
So this is the Dreo fan tower. Right now this is a level 1. You notice you really can't hear the fan at level 1. Feel the air, but that's the thing I like the best about the fan. And each tap of the fan button on the top will up the speed. Level 9 is the highest. Gives you feedback on the front, but then the feedback goes off, once it's set. And then after you pass 9, it goes back to 1. And you can have sound feedback or not feedback by pressing that button. You can oscillate it by hitting that one. And usually when I oscillate it, I'll have the fan up around 6 or 7 or 5, whatever. And you can definitely hear it when it's at that speed, when it puts out a lot of air. I like this tower so much I went and bought a second one a couple of days after I received it. It does hook up to Wi-Fi. I've used the app. The app works great. Very easy to hook up. Very easy to find and add. I've added both fans to the app. I can control them separately. I can name them, the one in the bedroom, the one by my wife's desk, labeling them separately and controlling them separately. Really great fan. No complaints whatsoever. I highly recommend it.
So here's the fan. It's a little loud, but I also have it on the highest setting right now. So we're going to take it out to oscillate. I love that the display goes out after a little bit. I think that's really cool. So you can put it, it's on 9 now. You can remote, it's really cool. You can pull down. The air is really cool that comes out of here, and it has a really good, the range is really good. Like I usually keep it over there in that corner over there, and you can still feel it throughout the whole living room. I haven't even really played with it. I'm guessing this is to turn the sound off. You can put it on the timer, and the most it goes up to 12 hours. That's really cool. Put it on oscillate, and I really like it. The remote's cool. Also has an app. I have not downloaded the app yet, and it's like a really pretty champagne color. I love it. Let's see. I'm gonna turn the sound off. I like that you can. See, it's a little loud. It's on a higher setting. But I wish I had something that you could see how powerful the one is. That is really loud. It's getting louder. See? Loose like loose.
So this is my review of the Dreo tower. Right now it's on 1. You can hear nothing. 2, you can't hear anything, and I'm sitting like I can touch it. That's how close I am to it. So but again, I'm fairly close to it, and I will tell you it's very powerful. And my old fan, I used to put at 2 to 3 to go to sleep with. This one I can have it on 1, and I'm happy about it. The settings are on top. You also get a remote. I do recommend this highly. It's all right. It feels okay.
I turned it around so it actually can hit me. So.
Video for review of
Dreo tower fan. Very good. I just turned it on. Watch the difference. Look at that. And that's not even all the way up on the settings. I highly recommend this product. Very good product for the price. This is an upgrade to the one that I bought last year, and I still have that one, and it works great.
Yeah, so literally right out of the box, did everything right. It turns on and it turns, but literally it's not actually working. Like it's not actually turning on. But it turns and it does that, but so yeah, $100 completely wasted. Now I gotta waste money on the return label, of course. Waste of money.
Oh, actually, I just get this one of these things. I didn't get the remote.